Lonnie, which is the name of my firstborn son. Lonnie in Fremont, Ohio, writes to me, "Hey Paul, why not record each instrument separately and play back through multiple drivers arrayed across the soundstage? Wouldn't that be more realistic?" Yeah, absolutely. This is something that I have preached for years and years. I would love to be able to do that, because if you imagine let's say a 20-piece orchestra, and you recorded every single individual instrument separately, and then had 20 loudspeakers reproducing on 20 tracks that same sound, that same thing, all playing in unison, you would get about as close as you're ever going to be able to get to a live performance. And that is ultimately the holy grail of what we're trying to do. Now, the reason we don't do it, it's crazy impractical. Who's going to do that? Who's going to take a 50-piece orchestra and put 50 loudspeakers up? Maybe someone's already done it, I don't know. But yeah, that's the idea. Now, a single set of speakers can get pretty close to making the illusion of that. Properly set up, and we've been through this before, but properly set up, you have a glorious sound stage. If the electronics and the recording are good or great, you get separation as if there were these separate speakers. And it really is remarkable, a remarkable illusion that can be created with a great high-end audio system, which is what it's all about. That's why we do all of this, to create this amazing illusion of players on the stage, of individual speakers reproducing players on the stage. All of that is possible with a high-end audio system. But specifically, to answer your question, yeah, that would be that would be the deal. And one of the things that always fascinates me, and I brought this up before, I don't care where I am, if I'm in an airport, if I'm walking around downtown, I can always tell if it's somebody playing live, even if it's through a speaker. I was just, where was I? Houston. I think I was in the Houston airport. And we were walking around looking for something to eat. Good luck, by the way, for vegetarians like me and Terry, trying to find something edible. Oh my Lord in heaven. Okay, anyway, so we're in Houston. No, it was Dallas. Sorry, same thing. But it's really struggling to find something that resembled real food. And my ear perked up. There was a guitar. It was live, clearly live. And I walked over and went around. I just had to go see. And I walk over and I look, and there is somebody playing in a little mallish kind of thing they got on an amplified. It's a single speaker, a simple speaker playing this guitar. And I think she was singing too. I don't remember. But, here's the thing. Imagine this experiment for a moment. Imagine, and you've probably heard this too, but 100% of the time I can pick that out, as opposed to listening to a recorded piece of somebody doing it. But here's what's fascinating to me. If I were to take the feed from her little electric guitar and put it through a recorder and then throw her out, now we're going to play back that recording of her into that same setup, that single speaker that's playing that single instrument in this live space, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference, because our recording technology is good enough today where you wouldn't be able to tell any difference if she was standing there playing or that was recorded, as long as it was reproduced in that manner. So it isn't the capturing, recording, and playback of the music that is limiting our ability to tell whether it is canned or live. It has to do with that single speaker, all of that you can just kind of imagine in your head. And it's one of the more interesting problems that I have been focusing on for years and years. Never came up with a great answer, but we're getting closer. All right. Thanks for the question. All right.